You're staring at a drop-down menu on a college application or scrolling through career paths, and your chest gets tight. It feels like whatever you click right now locks in the rest of your life. The weird part is, maybe you already filled it out. Maybe you declared a major or picked a track. But deep down, it feels hollow, like you're wearing someone else's clothes. We spend so much time worrying about failing, but there is a much bigger risk right in front of you: successfully achieving a goal you never actually wanted in the first place. Look at this diagram of how we usually make choices. We're pulled by what our friends are doing, what social media rewards, and what our parents applaud. We find the tiny sliver where these overlap and label it our passion. But when you strip away those outside voices, you're left with a blank space. Without identifying these borrowed desires, you risk spending 4 years and tens of thousands of dollars optimizing for an audience that won't be there to live your life for you. You end up with a degree that serves their expectations instead of your own needs. There's a philosopher named René Girard who spent his life studying this exact problem. He realized something uncomfortable. Human beings don't actually have original desires. He called it mimetic desire. Think of it like a psychological brain virus. Because we don't have a built-in compass telling us what to value, we look around and automatically copy what other people want. We love to think our goals are self-generated. We think we saw a specific college or career path and simply decided we liked it. But usually we only want it because someone we admire wanted it first. This is why it looks like everyone else has their life figured out. They don't. They're just copying the person next to them, running a script they observed. Until you figure out whose script you are reading from, your biggest life choices are driven entirely by imitation, not intention. To map out where borrowed desires come from, this matrix breaks down the 3 main traps. First is the proximity trap, picking a path simply because your friend group is doing it. The payoff is social safety, but the long-term trade-off stunts your independent growth. Eventually, you outgrow the environment, but because you're locked into the lease or the degree program, you start resenting the very friends you followed in the first place. When you prioritize the social safety of high school, you trade away the development of your adult independence. You'll eventually have to learn how to build a life on your own anyway. You've just delayed that growth by several years. Second is the prestige trap, committing to high-status paths like pre-med purely for the label. The payoff is external validation and security, but the hidden cost is sacrificing your mental health for a subject you lack internal curiosity about. The statistics reflect this reality. Prestige-chasing paths consistently show high mid-college dropout rates and early career burnout. The label alone isn't enough to carry you through an organic chemistry all-nighter. Societal approval is a high-interest trade. You gain immediate status in exchange for the daily mental energy required to sustain a career that drains you. Finally, the algorithmic trap, pursuing heavily aestheticized careers based entirely on curated short videos. The payoff is a quick surge of manufactured excitement, but you are completely ignoring the repetitive daily grind required to actually execute the work. The moment stark reality hits, the glamorous illusion shatters. You experience a massive motivation crash because the day-to-day work isn't a montage with trending audio. They are endless spreadsheets, unanswered daily emails, and constant troubleshooting. An algorithm is designed to capture your attention for a few seconds. It is not designed to build a sustainable career blueprint for your life. Having these copy desires is completely normal, but acting blindly on them is a dangerous investment. Run your goals through a daily checklist, the silent room audit. Banned from posting it online, and no strips away the algorithmic trap. Parents totally neutral, and no strips away the prestige trap. Forced to do it alone, and no strips away the proximity trap. Failing this audit is an early win. It identifies the paths that would have led to 4 years of friction before you spend a single dollar on them. Individuation requires filtering advice through your own baseline. You need a future that remains stable even after the outside audience goes home. So let's say you passed. You are holding a goal that you genuinely want. Now you face the final hurdle, proving that the reality of the path matches your expectations without risking massive student debt or a 4-year time commitment. Strategic self-discovery relies on data, not guesses. Before committing 4 years to a theory, you need to prototype the reality. In the next video, I'll show you exactly how. Click here to learn the coffee chat method and start test driving your future today.